Howdy folks, welcome back to Out of War. I had rearranged the plant a little bit in anticipation of running some material through and getting ready for this episode. And I kind of forgot in my zeal for making a new plant that if this is above ground, it spits out stuff. So we got some cleanup to do. We got some cleanup to do, and the plan right now is I'm going to move everything here over 2 blocks. I call a block like one of these. I think it might actually be 2 meters. I'm not sure. So we got some digging to do. I went in and put in a little bit of a wooden foundation here by the hopper, and I've got this to kind of mark it. So we need to move that dirt. We need to do some digging here. We got to move everything over. So that's the plan for today. And I got a little bit of money left. You can see I've got another storage for the dirt, and I'm getting set up. Eventually I'm going to have a sell point. And speaking of sell points, they switched that up a little bit. It's kind of cool. So right now you buy a sell point for whichever company you want to sell to. So eventually you could have some kind of big plant, and then you would just pick, which one you're going to sell to. So we'll eventually be doing that. I think I'm going to go for the or else. What's it called? Or else trading? Yeah, or else trading LLC. We'll probably start with that guy to sell our dirt to. I don't care if the dirt price tanks, really. That doesn't really matter. But we'll see what other effect it may have. In the meantime, let's, I guess it makes sense to tear this stuff down first. So yeah, I had this set up. I was just happily running material through here and wasn't paying any attention. I can't wait for it to do a clean out. I'm like, oh yeah, that, I discovered hydrogen and oxygen. Okay. Also, I added water to this. I think it makes the sluice box more efficient, maybe. I don't know if that's still the case. I haven't really done any testing, but it is supposed to have water hooked up to it. Sometimes you can smack the ground and get rid of this, but not that one apparently. So we're going to get rid of all of this. It's all going to move back 1. Because I'm getting a little too close to the road here. You can see I did spill a little bit of coal. I forget what happened there. I don't remember if I didn't have the storage hooked up, like snapped onto there. I forget why, but dumped a little bit of coal out on the ground. Not too bad. There we go. So we're gonna pick all this up. I think that should be everything. We'll see. Have anything hiding in the pile here? If we do, we'll end up grabbing it. So let's hop in the loader. I'm gonna move all this stuff down out of the way. And we'll get to digging. Oh yeah, I had my headphones turned way down for some other game. There we go. Turn my headphones up. That doesn't affect what you guys hear. It affects what I can hear. So we'll get the road cleared off at first, I think. Might as well grab some fuel while we're here. Made a real mess out of the road here, unfortunately. Come on, little guy. You got this. Probably need to move that fuel point over some. Because I use left mouse to switch it to running the hydraulics mode. I don't want to be refilling with fuel every time I come by there and happen to hit the mouse. So the plant isn't running. We're just going to dump everything in the hopper and we'll get sorted out. In fact, while we're here, let me just go ahead and move this. Switch to grid build. So let's do this. Let's go there. A little bit of a smackaroo here. I think it was it 2 over, I think? Straighten that up a little bit. Alright, then we'll see if we can get this guy on here. Switch this to snap build or not. Doesn't want to snap, huh? What if I just did that and then we'll eventually put a floor on there so it looks like it's actually sitting on something. Alright, now when I'm coming up the road, I don't hit the refuel marker. Yeah, it's such a shame I got over on the road. It's part of the pre-built map, which I didn't really want to mess with too much, except where we're mining. Really got to be patient going up any kind of hill in these vehicles. I think they're a little underpowered. I mean, it is a steep hill, so I don't know. I'm not a heavy equipment operator. But it seems like even the pickup is definitely underpowered. If you stop on that hill right there, you can only go 5 miles an hour. That's not realistic at all. The big equipment, I don't know. Seems like it struggles a little bit. Alright, I think we'll get this close. And then we can smooth it out with the smacky shovel. Yeah, that didn't work out too good, did it? The problem is we're downhill. And this game doesn't work very well scooping downhill. I think it's better than it used to be. It still tends to fall out of the bucket, even if you're pushing on it. It's probably pretty hard to program. Physics is hard, yo. Had a little sky needle poking out there. Uh-oh. I'm in a little bit of a depression. Can we get out of it? There we go. Might have to get this smacky shovel out just so we can operate on this. I could get a cut through there and then go around on the other side of it, or even go down the side of the mountain. I don't know that we can go any faster coming forward. It would just be easier to scoop. I don't think this is too bad, though. I mean, this is what this game is all about. Moving material with machinery. Yeah, let's hop out. Let's get the smacky shovel. Some of this cleaned up a little bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got a little enthusiastic there on the pushing. Uh-oh. Gotta get some grip. We might be stuck. Yeah, man. Need some locking differentials. Devs, please. I don't know if that's a thing on this particular loader, but it would be handy. Yeah, I was just thinking, if I had a dozer, I could just push this all off the side, because I really don't need the dirt. We'll see if we can kind of use this a little bit as the dozer. Or at least just dump it off the side here. Be careful not to drop a tire off. That's what got me in trouble. They changed anything with how this like flows downhill? Looks about the same, I think. Not bad. Whee! I'm being hard on this parking brake. We kind of push material. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, that didn't work out too bad. It's pretty ugly up here, but I think it's... Oh, I forgot. You can't back drag. That would be awesome if we could drag the bucket. As far as I know, that's not a thing. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Aha. Thought I had another one of those down there somewhere. Yeah, we still need to remove some material down here. Hey, it's almost passable again. Wonder how they made these roads. I mean, I guess they had some kind of dev tool or something that would just let them lay down material in a predictable manner. Okay, that's like sort of passable. We can clean that up a little better later, but let's get to going on making this cut in here. Get our plant back in operation. Come on. We'll just fill in this corner a bit here. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the refuel. That's all right. We'll keep her topped off. We are on hardcore, so the fuel consumption is pretty high, but I don't think it's bad. As long as you're moving a little bit of material, you're making money. So it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, man. Looks like it almost has a little bit of a limited slip, maybe. 'Cause it is moving that other wheel. Slowly. Don't want to refuel. I'm just running my bucket. I might be stuck. I don't think I have the power to get out of here. Gonna cheese it a little bit. Yeah, man. Let's move the center of gravity back a little bit. All right, I think I'm way too deep there. Let's see if we can take a little bit of this, kind of fill in that hole a little bit. Do a little smacky shovel work. Yeah, I went a little deep on that. All right, we're positioned fairly decently. The dozer would be the better machine for this, but I can't afford a dozer right now. And again, I have like, excuse me, I have like $21 million in my company. I'm just, for this series, we're starting out with the default hardcore. Not taking any loans, not using any company money. It's just the way I want to play this series. So I am aware that there are loans. Also, I have tons of money. That's not the issue. It's just the way I'm choosing to play this season. There we go. Big old scoop. Okay, we're gonna refuel again. I'll throw some of that dirt in my pocket. I could dribble it out by hand. This beta update feels pretty good as far as just moving the dirt with the loader. Room for improvement for sure, but it feels pretty good. I didn't play the very first patch when the beta came out. Some people said that it was really terrible. I don't know. But this patch I've been playing on seems fine. Drop a little bit of this right there. Yeah, something like that. I got a little aggressive on the undercut. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but cut in a little too much. Here we go. All right, we need to get like this out of the way, and then we can test fit the parts and see where we need to be. Don't know if I'm deep enough. Need to go over a little bit more too. We need to be kind of right up against that wood. A little bit cattywampus there. Does anybody use that term? Or is that a Northeast Missouri hillbilly thing? Cattywampus. It's always interesting to hear the slang terms people use various places. Don't want to move closer to refuel. Looks like my steel maker's still going over there. Might want to go throw in some more steel sheets to get produced. Have that be producing while I'm working. In fact, let's go check on that. So I think you're cleaned out. You're done. We got some more sheets to sell. You got some steel, so let's get that fired up. There we go. These are still selling for like the same price everywhere, so I've just been selling them to the general store. Alright, we're getting there. Yeah, see, that felt pretty good. I was able to push, until we got to the full height wall there, and I couldn't push anymore. I like it. Good job, devs. Keep up the good work. Or dev. I think there's only one main one. I don't know if Christian ever got any help or not. I haven't followed all the chatter super close. Too darn busy. Alright, another scoop or two from down here. We can start doing some test fitting. Yeah, I need to take some more off the right-hand side. Yeah, something like that. It was kind of almost shaving that off a little bit. Very cool. Come on, get a grip. There you go. Nope, we hit too much dirt. We were chugging for a little bit. And we're gonna get the fuel thing, but dump some more over here. Okay, I think one more scoop from there and we'll do some test fitting and see how we're doing. Oh crap. Nope, couldn't pull out of it in time. I saw that happening, and I just wasn't quick enough on the controls to do anything about it. Can I wangle my way back over? Oh no, it's digging in sideways. It's kind of interesting to see how the bucket works when it's sideways. Alright, we'll have to rescue. Whoopsie. Alright, let's get a picture here for insurance purposes. So if we do this, we can say return to inventory. Yes, please. Made a little bit of a crater. We're going to fill that in now. Oops. Had my hands on the wrong keys. Went to push W and pushed E. A little bit of a pothole there. Alright, let's do some schmoothing. And let's see what we can get going here. Can do a little bit of fine tuning by hand. Okay, now I gotta remember how we were doing this, so... We have the trommel. It comes out... the back end, so... I need my... 4 meter. Then the trommel. And then my right hand side. And then we're going to have our up. Then we had our other right hand side. And then we go into the sluice box. Have all our water pump stuff as well. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Oh shoot, I forgot the water has to be on green. I think it can turn green again, possibly. I don't remember how that works. Yeah, I forgot the water pump's not going to work here. Pretty sure it has to be on green. Will work if placed here. Well, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't have to be on that anymore. Only works when placed on grass or snow. Okay, well, it says it's going to work, so we're going to roll with it. Alright, so we need our pipe. And then... pump will work if placed here. I mean, okay. Obviously, it doesn't have any power to it, but it says it's going to work there, so I think we're good. Just need to slap some storages on here. For now. Eventually, I want to have a sell point but our plant is kind of outgrowing the location, so I may have to end up eventually going this direction with the plant. But for now, we're going to iterate. And this should work. That's a little close to the road, but I can still kind of squeeze by. So, you know, you don't have to have anything under this. It just makes me feel better if it looks kind of like it's sitting on something, not just magically floating in the air. Okay, we could use a little bit of finesse here, but I think that I'm pretty happy with that, really. Try to push C to crouch. That did not work. Let's get some cribbing back under that. Some cribbing under that. That says it's going to work. Let's turn the power on and kind of see what we're dealing with. Do the old smacky shovel. So we should be able to process stuff now and not spew stuff all over the ground. Should be excellent. Get rid of you. Got a decent amount of stuff in here. It's just dirt, so it should end up in that storage. If everything goes according to plan. Do we have water spray? Ooh, we don't have water spray. Yeah, it said it was going to work, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. We're not spraying water. So it says it will work there, but it doesn't. Alright. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and throw dirt in there. I've got this unfiltered water. I'm not sure I can do anything with that. Yeah, so we need some green grass. I don't remember. Kind of seems like there's a tooltip or something that says grass will grow. I don't know if it ever grows or if that's just... Oh no, I'm thinking of trees. Trees will grow on green. I think that's what I'm thinking of. So that no worky. See, what's weird is it says it will work, yet it doesn't. Let's go to snap build and just snap it on there. Pump will work if placed here. You sure about that, game? I think that's just if it has power. I don't know for sure. Really, we need buttons. Let us have buttons to turn stuff on, rather than click on everything all the time. Nope, no water spray. You'll see water spray on the sluice box if it's getting water. So yeah, it says it's getting water, but it's not. Pretty sure it has to be on grass or snow like the tooltip says. It was working there earlier, but it was green. So there's that. Wonder... That is the wrong button. So that's on green grass, if you guys can see. I know it's dark on YouTube. So does that mean if I pipe this up, that would work? Maybe? Maybe? So we need a pipe straight 2, 4. So we need 2 4 meters and another right hand. I don't think I have enough money for that. I might if I sell. Do I have anything left to sell? I got some unfiltered water I can sell. I guess we'll sell that for 56 bucks. Alright, we're burning fuel. I don't know how much this burns at idle, but let's get this up here. Let's see if I can sell enough to get this water pump working. So I'm pretty sure it increases the efficiency of the sluice box. At least that's how it used to work, I'm pretty sure. You know, I should have kept that dirt. Let me do this. Doink. 0. I can just dribble a little on the ground here. Perfect. I like how they redid this. It doesn't make like a giant lump anymore. It's more fine-tuned, so well done, devs. Appreciate it. Gives you a lot finer control over putting the dirt back down. Get our schmacky shovel. Alright, what was I doing? We're going to sell stuff to make money. Do that, consume that. You have 94 sheets. Excellent work. You have some more steel. Some more sheets queued up. So if I sell you... I still don't think that's enough. Let's run down to town. I'm going to see if this road is passable. Instead of just teleporting down there. A giant pothole to go around. We can get that all fixed. Oh yeah. We can still drive past there. It's not absolutely awful. So 2 4-meter straight pipes and a right-hand turn. And I think it was this guy that sells the stuff. If I recall correctly. That was the wrong button. Yes. Alright. Factory, pipeline. Pipe straight 4 meters, 3 grand. So we need 2 of those. Doink, doink. And then get a pipe right, which is 6 grand. I don't have quite enough for that. If I sell you, and you, and you, there we go. We're gonna need that chute eventually when we have our sell point. Pipe right. There we go. Let's see if we can get this water hooked up now. We'll finally have our sluice box working again. Our plant running and hopefully not spewing dirt everywhere. Whee! Oh yeah, skipped right over that. I've been using this one for my garage. There's probably stuff in there I can mine. Alright, did I buy the right pieces? And does the water work here because it's on a little bit of green? Let's find out. So, straight pipe. And then a right hand side. And then a straight pipe. You should be hooked up. You are in there, ready to rock. Turn you on. Turn you on. We still don't have water spray. Really? Game's lying to me. Keeps saying it'll work there. I spent all that money. It's still no worky. I thought that meant whether it had power or not. Maybe that means it'll pump. I'm not sure. Let's experiment. Okay, this is definitely grass. Pump will work here. It still says still red. I'm not sure what that means. Sold that other piece of pipe, didn't I? Yep. Huh. Let's go back to snap build. If we snap on that, pump will work if placed here. If we put it just on like dirt, it still says it'll work there. So maybe that part's just broken. I don't know. Actually, that has an input back here. Does it need power? It worked. Like this was spraying. It just had a right hand, a 2 meter, and the water pump. It was right here. This was spraying. Life was good, except for the dirt spilling out everywhere. Life was good. So it shouldn't need anything else. I don't know what its problem is. I think the arrow just means that's the way it pumps. Pump will work here or not. Let's see if it says it's getting power. Everything's running. It's green. It's getting power. Oh, it has unfiltered water. It's spraying now. What? Okay, nobody touch anything. It's working. Weird. Okay, well let's run some material. Get our plant rebuilt. Turn you off. Start running some material through here. I don't know. Maybe somebody will have an idea of what just happened there, but if it's going to work, I'm not going to question it. There's at least a little bit of pay dirt back in here. Not a lot. A little bit. Yeah, look at that. Looks like a proper plant now. Storage and everything. Alright, since we're going to be dumping material in here, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on and leave it on. Turn you on. Turn you on. Water is spraying. Don't ask questions. Maybe it's something with the snapping. It just wasn't snapped on right. I don't know. I think you're mostly dirt. And you get into some pay dirt. Or coal. We can always sell coal. Yeah, I see the dirt going to the sluice box, so that part's working. Let's get some coal in there as well. Make sure it's ending up where it's supposed to end up. I did take this down in the mine. It fits in the mine. It's small enough. And I grabbed some iron ore. And that's where I was getting that extra steel from. Making iron, and then you can make steel out of the iron. So this little guy does fit down in the mine. That's super handy. Okay, we should have dirt in here. We do indeed have dirt in there. We should have coal in here. We do indeed have a little bit of coal in there. Excellent. We got all the things in there. Beauty. Alright, we'll run a little bit of material and then we'll call that an episode. I'm gonna scrape that off the ceiling. Yeah, I'm gonna have to blast it down. That's what I did last time. You can kind of sort of trick it into going in the scoop if you get it just the right angle. Hold your mouth just right. Alright, we need to feed the beast. She's hungry. There's gotta be a big old pocket of pay dirt here somewhere. Need to get my metal analyzer out. Prospect. I know there's a bunch down in the walls of the tunnels. Woo! We can sell coal though. Coal's worth a decent amount. Ah, you thought I was going to hit my smelter, didn't you? So yeah, we can easily turn here. I know there's coal behind door number 1 there. What's next to the coal? More coal. So I like this little loader. It's a good starter, and it will fit in the mine. So I do want to get a bigger loader at some point, but I think we'll keep this one just for smaller work and getting down in the mine. I think that makes sense. Yeah, there's just more coal there. Should get my metal analyzer out. Take a peek. Ah, beautiful material. Water spraying. Excellent. Get a screenshot of that. Oops. Hey, F11 makes it go to Windows mode. Forgot about that. Alright, I think that is all ran through. Go ahead and shut her down. Put that coal in there, let it refuel. Ended up with just a little bit of dirt. All kinds of good stuff. How much coal do we get? Probably not a ton. Yeah, just a little bit. It'll be enough. Alright, let's get our stuff sorting through. Always be processing, ABP. 70 sheets completed. Bunch more steel. We can do some silicon, we can do some gold. And cancel that. We can do some steel there. Let that process, and we can make some rubber out of the silicon that sells well. And yeah, there we go. Put that in there. That's the wrong button. So we got 500 bucks out of the dirt. That's not bad. We're going to keep the coal, and we got another 2,600 from that. Beautiful. I think the next order of business on the plant is to get a sell point set up for the dirt. Because this trauma will send dirt. In case you don't know how this stuff works, the trauma will send dirt and pay dirt out the back here. Everything else goes straight into storage. So dirt and pay dirt come over here into the sluice box. The sluice box washes any good stuff out of the pay dirt, and then you get dirt out of that, and then also the dirt will just pass straight on through. So we should only end up with dirt in here, because dirt and pay dirt are coming over here, and then everything else gets washed out of it. So the plan would be to put a sell point off of here rather than storing the dirt and selling it by hand. It would just literally dump into the sale point and sell automatically. So I think we'll be working towards that. We needed, was it like 20 grand or so for the sell point? Something like that. It's cheaper. Oops, not Dell. Sell. I know it's not as much as I thought. Maybe it's 12 or 15 grand. They're a little cheaper down in town. So that'll be the next order of business. Also, I'm going to get my metal analyzer out and go do some snooping. If you didn't know, you can just hold left click and it will tell you what you're looking at. And also, if you like jam it right up against the wall, you can kind of sort of see what's behind it. So it looks like there might be pay dirt back in here. Possibly pay dirt back in there. Then we got some, we get over here into the coal. So I might need to tackle this area and see if we can find a big old pocket of pay dirt. We'll see how it goes. All that and more in the next episode. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.